this movie called Fall. Now, we had talked about
that's the thing that they're on?
Yeah, dude.
Yo, fuck that shit.
So,
oh my God.
I thought the premise behind it, and it was a lower budget thing, and I thought it looked interesting, and I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to watch it. Dude, the very beginning of the first part of the movie, the one girl that's on top of that thing right now, and the girl down there, with the husband of the one on top, are climbing up this sheer mountain, dude. And, they're not really on a mountain, obviously, and everything, but still. Decent CGI for the movie. Great cinematics. Great angles. I wanted to throw up in the first 5 minutes of this movie, dude. I wanted to throw up. I'm talking about my palms were sweating. I was shaking a little bit. My heart rate had gone up. And I'm like, I can't even watch this. I can't even watch this. And it got worse. So I got in about 45 minutes and dude, I had to stop it. I had to stop it and take a break. Now, I'm going to tell you something else about me. I'm going to tell you all something else about me. Growing up as a little kid, I wanted to spend as much time with my dad as I could. He worked all the time. He liked watching horror movies. Okay? Some things weren't the best parenting. I was well taken care of and everything, but not the best parenting choices in some things, in my opinion, being a parent now, and probably the same age as they were then, but probably older. He would watch horror movies, and if I wanted to hang with him, I had to watch the horror movies too. Hence my love for horror movies now. But, I'm talking little. I was little. I'm talking grammar school, probably 4th or 5th grade. And I remember one of the first movies I watched, and I remember it vividly to this day. I don't have a clip. Maybe in post I can put a little thing of the poster of that up. But it was Galaxy of Terror was the name of the movie. It was kind of more of a low budget, not a big. You heard of it? No. Okay, so you didn't hear of it. But there was this one part where this alien jumps down, and this woman's got like a belly shirt on, and he takes his nail and just goes across her stomach, and it just opens up, and all her fat and organs come out. Imagine being like in 4th or 5th grade seeing that. I remember it vividly. So horror movies don't scare me for shit at all. I don't get scared at all with horror movies. This I couldn't take. I could not take. Look at this shot, dude. Look at this shot.
Yeah. Oh, so you can't watch that? You can't watch those shorts of those dudes jumping off of these freaking buildings. You see them when they hold on like that, and they're like, "All right, dude. Bye," and they just let go. Bye. That shit is crazy.
You know what I do? You know what I do when I see those on YouTube? I scroll past them as fast as I can.
I knew it.
Now, you're keep in mind, I'm in this room watching this on my television over here. It's all dark. I have the LEDs going with the movie and everything. So it's like I'm immersed in it. And I couldn't take it, dude. I could not take it. Look at this. Look at these shots.
Wow.
Now, the way they filmed this, that's
like where they put cell phone tower, like those kind of poles they put cell phone towers on and shit.
It was I forget how many hundred, it was 2,500 feet high or something. It was supposed to be the highest radio tower in the world or something, or in the U.S. But they actually did this practical effects, dude. They built 100-foot tower, and they had to be on top of it.
So their fear is still pretty fucking real.
And they used angles and everything.
Fucking high.
Yeah, so what they did was they were in the lowlands, and when you put that up there, or actually they were in the upper lands, and by being up here and looking out, it gave the impression that it was higher than it was. Plus, when you look out at the desert, it kind of blends. Look at that. I mean, it kind of blends in,
Yeah.
But So at the very beginning, the fucking spoiler alerts, by the way, spoiler alerts, it's been out for a long time. So spoiler alerts, at the beginning, they're climbing up, the husband falls and dies. She goes into like this sadness for like a year, whatever. The blonde girl winds up calling her to say, come on, get out of your funk. I want to go do this highest water tower. She's like a YouTube and social media influencer and all that. So she's taking videos and all that. So she wants to go to the top. She wants her to come. She doesn't want to at first. Blah, blah, blah. She finally agrees to come in. They climb up this thing, dude, and you're with them every step of the way, watching them climb up this thing with the craziest angles as they're climbing up this thing. Look at this. Look at this. So they're climbing up a ladder inside of it first. And then they would get to a certain point, and then they had to climb up a ladder outside of that pole that I showed you in the last picture. Well, long story short, not giving a lot of the movie away, after a few things they were doing up there, being idiots with stuff to get pictures and everything, they loosened up some bolts. She tried to go down the ladder, and bada bing, it broke away from the thing.
Oh!
And that's the only ladder up to the thing. So luckily she was tied to the girl up top still. So when everything broke away, she was still able
sure.
to hold her up.
You're fucked.
Now look at these shots of them at the top of this, dude. You ready? Look at this shit.
Oh, sure.
And that's only the pole part of it, dude. You got to remember there was the whole bottom part that was had more of a skeleton. I mean, okay, here, look at this.
Yeah, it's got like a cage around the bottom of it.
Look at this.
Yo, fuck that.
And
that's like those videos that they got of those guys where they're like, this guy gets paid $50,000 a year to climb up this pole and change one light bulb.
Yes, those guys. Yep.
Yeah, you always see those dudes. Yeah.
Speaking of that, here's this one part. So they happen to have a drone that they were going to try to send out to get help, but the battery died. So there's a trick you can do, and you could do it in hotel rooms too, if there's no plugs. Like if you wanted to do a quicker charge, I think, or something. You unscrew the light bulb and you put the two prongs of the thing in the light bulb, and you can charge a phone off that. So what they try to do,
if you take the power plug, the two prongs of the power plug apart, like take that square off of it.
Literally
that make
the plug. Literally take the plug and put it in the socket. As long as the two prongs are touching the two things the light bulb would touch. Like if it's the smaller light bulbs that have the two things in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the ones that like in hotel rooms. A lot of older hotel rooms have those older ones in it. You know what I mean? But so anyway, the premise works, is what I'm saying. So to try to charge this drone, she climbs to the top, dude.
To the fucking light bulb. Oh, fuck that.
Yep. And again, to give you perspective how high it is.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be frozen to the thing. I wouldn't be able to move. I would be of no help to anyone. I
don't think
anyone
I'd be able to move either. I'd be pretty fucking paralyzed.
I'd be glued.
But that's the thing, the professional climbers, they all have carabiners. They're all tied off.
Yeah, and they had them to each other just in case one of them slipped.
Oh,
But they're only going up there, and their heads, they're thinking for a short period of time. You're not bringing a ton of shit with you. You're only going to go up for a little bit.
Yeah.
So they didn't even have enough rope. Right. They only had a little bit of water. And of course, the bag they had, let me see if I can find, okay. So the bag they had falls onto those little satellite dishes. So all their water fell down there. I don't want to give too much away again, but the water falls down there. She winds up getting it again, but other things ensue, basically. But the reason that, before we move on to the next thing, the reason that the ladder broke away is because they were being idiots trying to get clicks with the drone on TikTok.
Yeah.
So they were messing around, trying to get pictures and doing all that, and it wore away the ladder up there and fell off. Dude, I'd be done. I would probably be dead, dude. I'd probably be dead.
Done fucked up.